In this lesson, let's go back to contact page. We have a table. We have begun working with external style sheets to make this happen, and we created something called a class. Let me show you this. In our CSS Designer, we have table format, main formatting. The period in front, the full stop, means that it is a class, not an ID. Everything else just about we have are IDs. Now, what's the difference between a class and an ID? Number one, classes are not unique. You can use the same class on multiple elements, like you're formatting text. And you have this really neat way that you're formatting the text, and you're going to use that class on different elements to format text in a document. That would be a class. An ID is unique. Each element can only have one ID, and each page can only have one element with that ID. Now, when I was first learning this stuff, I'm going to be honest with you, it kind of went in one ear and out the other, because you can interchange classes and IDs. But do you want to do that? Well, number one, if you do, your code won't validate. That's not necessarily a good thing, but Andy, will it still work? Today it will. But you have to understand something about the people that design this stuff. They design HTML code to make me look good, but they have a plan in mind, and I guarantee you, if you don't follow the rules of classes and IDs, even though you can in some ways interchange them, it might just so happen in the future your site won't work. So follow the rules. Now, what are we doing? Well, let's play around a little bit more with the table and use that as an excuse to work more with classes and other things. We actually have tags that control things like the table. There's one called the T-body tag. Now that controls the background color, and I would like to change that. I don't have to do that through main formatting. That's an actual HTML code. So if I click the plus sign right here, no period, no pound sign, just start typing in T-body. There it is. If I change this tag, which I'm about to, any table I bring in to this page with that particular external style sheet attached to it will change based on what I'm doing now. So I'm going to click out, click back on it. Just going to do one thing. Go into our background color. Let's go ahead and get into our background color here. And let's just give it a lighter gray, something like that. And go ahead and click again. And there you go. So it's starting to change. And you say, well, that's not really light enough or dark enough. All you have to do is come back in right here. Change it again. You say, well, that's better. I like that. You have total control. Now what's left? Well, there's a lot left. I want to put text in these. So let's do this. Let's start with this one. And we have to get out of live and go into design. It's easier this way. And I'm going to get in there and type in additional information for the lighthouses. I'm going to come down here and I'm going to type in up-to-date weather. Don't worry about what's happening to the table. Let's click in this one and let's go ahead and type in book a tour. Just like that. Now I'm going to get right here and click, and I'm going to drag over. I'm going to get in here. Let's type in some phone numbers. And these numbers, let me go ahead and put them in US format. That would be 1 followed by an area code followed by the number itself. And I'll come down here and do this one. And you can tell I'm making these up, I suppose. And that would be, again, 1 space area code, just like that. This would be, say they click and add an email. Let's get in here and just type in email. That'll be easy. And do the same thing here. Okay, we can play around a little bit now, do some readjustments, just like that. And so far we're happy. We're okay with it so far. What I want to be able to do now is add classes that will allow me to control the text in the first column, the numbers in the second column, and the emails in the third column. I want to control them, but I want to do it separately. So what we're going to do is come over into our main table format so they stay in there. We're going to click the plus sign right here. I'm going to start with period. And again, that's a full stop, and that is for the class. We'll call it main table text. Okay, let's do it again. This one will be main phone number. Call it whatever you want. Let's do one more. Again, period. Main email. Okay, now we attach them so we can watch the process. So I'm going to click on additional info right here, and I'm going to shift click down here and get all three. That saves time. Change the class to main table text. Let's do these. Change the class, main phone number. This is so easy once you get it going. Let's go into these. And that, of course, would be main email. All right. Now let's go to live so we can watch what we're doing here. Let's start with main table text. We have it selected anyway. Let's go into our type option right here. Let's change the color into something not really grayish, not really black, somewhere in the middle, something about like that. Just change it a little bit. And go ahead and click here. Just lighten it up. And let's go back over to here and let's go into padding and let's push that off the left side just a little bit. How about like maybe about 8? Okay, we'll leave that alone for now. Let's go into main phone number. Let's go into text. I think I would like to center the phone number. I think I would like to change the font style to italic. That's enough for now. You get the idea. You can change anything you want. Now for email, let's go ahead and go into email over here. And let's change the color into, how about something a little bit on the reddish side? Maybe like that. Let's see what that looks like. I like that, but it's not dark enough. So let's get back in here again and let's make that a little bit darker. Okay. Let's go ahead and center it and maybe italicize that one too. Okay. Now the thing about it is, and this is the beauty of what we're doing, is we have an external style sheet called maintableformat.css. And if we want to use this on another table based somewhere else, it's no problem whatsoever. I'll tell you what, let's go ahead and save what we have. And we will be saving the main table format CSS, don't forget.